Welcome back to another Rise with Anita podcast episode. Today's episode is a powerful pulse check for the woman who's doing everything right, but she still feels like her reality hasn't caught up yet. So maybe you've started journaling again. You're looking at your visualizations. You're doing the healing work. You're moving your body. You're doing all the things, all the aligned action. But your business, your bank account, your body still feel and reflect back to you the before picture. Can anyone else relate? This is what I call the frequency gap. It is the space between who you know you are, who you're becoming, and what your reality is currently reflecting back to you. And this, my friends, is where most people quit. Not because they're not worthy. It's not because the dream that they have on their heart isn't for them. But it's because they don't know how to hold the vibration when life is still catching up. So let's change that today. And I'm going to be very vulnerable and honest here and admit this was something I had to remind myself of 2 weeks ago. So, here's the truth. Manifestation isn't magic, but it's more so a memory. What do I mean by that? It's your soul remembering who she already is, what's already on her heart, and it's your nervous system learning to stay with the memory even when the external proof isn't here yet. So much of the time we hear about manifestation, it's all about the visualization of what it is we want. But I dare to challenge the fact that it's not actually the thing that we're after, whether that's money, whether that's a certain relationship, but rather we're looking for the feeling. Hence what I mean by manifestation is essentially finding a memory. You've already experienced it, otherwise you wouldn't be calling that in. So, it's this feeling that we're after, right? So let me ask you, who are you when nothing is working out? How do you hold yourself when the results feel slow? Because it's the frequency that lives within us, not in the high highs, but in this sacred holding. So let's reframe this moment. You're not stuck, you're just stabilizing. And honestly, what I've come to find is it's in this gap where you start to doubt. That's where doubt gets entertained because you don't see the external results. So naturally, our minds tend to start doubting the outcome. It's not happening yet because whatever, it's not meant for me. A lot of the Christian community will go to the extent of it's not meant for me, it wasn't in God's plan. And I just want to challenge that because it's not that it's not for you, it's just not there yet. But who we are when we are starting to face these feelings is where the difference is made. So I had a reminder a couple of weeks ago as I was in this very honest moment myself. And it was, do not entertain doubt. If it's on your heart, do not allow yourself to sit and get swirled into the negative spiral. This is where you get to return to your why. What is it that you're actually calling in? So, let's just go ahead and take a moment to reframe. You're not stuck. You're stabilizing. You're figuring it out. Right? Every breath, every chance, every choice we make, the boundaries we set, is you starting to anchor your future. And that's what's the difference. You're actually not waiting. You're calibrating. And while it feels like there's no momentum, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes to make your dreams happen. So I'm going to share a little quick story before we get into my somatics here. But when I was 19, I had a campaign to sing with Justin Bieber. Yes, the singer. Now it was 2 years that I had this thing going, from a website to literally bugging him in person because I lived in LA and I had that opportunity to do so, to having his team know about it. There was a dedicated YouTube channel. And it took me 2 years from the time that I decided to set this goal to when it actually happened. And here is the reason why I'm plugging this story into this actual podcast. The night before I actually did it, there is literally a tweet I had tweeted, which was something along the lines of, "It is not happening. This is stupid. I don't know why I even tried," was kind of the message. And the very next night, full 24 hours later, it happened. It was a quick little 30-second clip of us singing All That Matters together. But it happened. So the point of the story is, had I actually given up, had I not answered the call of, "Hey, he's going to be here, go," it would have happened, because I would have let doubt plague me. So I just want that to be a reminder. Where in your life have you already experienced moments where it feels like it's not coming through and a miracle, a shift, something happens, and whatever it is that you're attaining is exactly appearing in your reality, because it happens more than we think. So I want you to go ahead and pause with me for a moment. Place one hand on your heart, the other on your belly, and just breathe in through your nose. Sigh it out. And do that 2, maybe 3 times. Breathe in through your nose. Sigh it out. Breathe in through your nose. Sigh it out. And again, just start saying softly to yourself, "I trust the timing. I trust my becoming. I trust this breath." And just feel the energy settle in. Feel your body say, "Okay, we can hold this." Because this is what it is about. The process of becoming her is in the moments of slowing down. It's in these moments of, yes, I'm having these thoughts, and yes, I don't see how it's possible, but I challenge you to think, what can actually go right if I stick with this dream? Why is it that I even want whatever it is that I want? So when we close out this episode, I want you to grab your journal and just write out, if I fully trusted the timing, how would I act? The gap that I'm in right now is here to teach me. And today I choose to view myself as heard by and just let the words flow. Raw, unedited. Because you're not manifesting, you're remembering a timeline that already exists. So the frequency gap, if you're in it, isn't a punishment. It's the sacred stretch before you hold the result. So if you're in the gap, don't bail. Don't self-abandon. Don't go back to your old identity just because it feels safe. Hold the vibration. Breathe through it. Maybe rely on a trusted friend or mentor during these times. But whatever you do, don't self-abandon. Hold your vibration. Breathe in your vision. Become the woman who trusts herself and proves her right. So you're not waiting. You're rising. And if you enjoyed this short little episode, if this was something you needed to hear today, please feel free to reach out to me via the DMs. I would love to be able to support you. Share it with a friend or a sister who might need it. And until the next one, that is all for today's episode.